Hi,
Hi.
this is Zoe, our beautiful Citroen Relay campervan. She is so incredibly well crafted. She is so comfortable to live in, and we have been on so many adventures with her. We love her so much.
Zoe was a bit of a personal project of mine after I completed my doctorate, and I wanted to put together my practical skills as well as my passion for design, style and pragmatism to build a van that was absolutely ideal for going on off-grid adventures, kind of in style as well. And whether you're into surfing, skiing, cycling or climbing, all of which I'm pretty keen on, Zoe's the van for you.
We've been on so many adventures with her. We've driven all over Europe, skiing in the Alps, summer adventures in the mountains, all kinds of countries from Switzerland to Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark. We've been everywhere.
Yep, we even took Zoe to Iceland on a 3-day ferry where we saw the Northern Lights and did a full tour of the ring road. So she's been on quite a few adventures and we hope that she'll do the same for you.
And despite all of these adventures, we're now at a point in our lives where we have other projects going on, other things that we're doing, and we don't have enough time to go on adventures with Zoe as much as we would like to. So we have decided to sell her, and we do hope that whoever gets her next can go on as many adventures as we have gone on.
So with that in mind, I'm going to give you a tour of all the fantastic features that Zoe has to offer for you.
Let's go!
Zoe's got a fully handcrafted wood interior finish, which is a spruce finish and oak on the worktops. The spruce wood that's been used to design the van is just 8mm thick. So despite being fully wood interiored, Zoe's actually not that heavy either. Behind all of this lovely wood is actually a huge amount of insulation, which makes Zoe an ideal winter van, or if you're just someone who gets a little bit chilly. In Zoe, you'll never be cold, with multiple hot air outlets in the main area of the van, as well as in the bathroom area. Zoe warms up from about -10 if you've been out for a day skiing, all the way up to about 30 degrees in under 5 minutes. And that's thanks to the 6 kW Truma Combi gas heater. Bed space is always a point of contention in camper vans. In Zoe, we've opted for a fixed bed, which is a double bed, and you'll notice that on either side, the walls are actually curved inside Zoe. The reason for that is to make sure that when you're sleeping, you have extra space at the shoulder height where you really need it for that extra comfort and room. Zoe's bed is over 6 foot long, so it's perfect for tall people like myself. And that leads us onto the bathroom. You'll notice that the bathroom's wider at this end and thinner at the back. And that's because the bathroom is not just a simple toilet, but it's also a shower. So where you need the extra space to get your arms up and have a good shower, you've got it. And you'll notice Zoe's bathroom is not just a toilet and shower either. It's actually a full wet room. The reason for that is that this space also doubles up as a drying room, and there are 3 fixing points for 3 large drying racks inside this space, whether that's your climbing gear that you need to hang up after a day's ice climbing, or whether it's your skiing kit after a slushy day on the slopes, or if you've just been out in the lakes on a wet day. Inside this room, there are 2 heater outlets, protected from the shower of course, and this room has an extractor fan to take out all the humid air. Zoe is also one of the tallest vans you're going to find. I'm 6 foot and I can literally jump around in them, which is great on those rainy days. She's also got a super stylish and comfortable seating area. Zoe is also super light and airy, with a ginormous roof light over the back of the bed, which is beautiful at night, as well as windows in the kitchen, a nice extra roof light at the front, and if you've got the side door closed, she's got a nice big window on there as well. All of these windows are openable and they of course have locking latches. Zoe's main power systems are held in the front of the van, where we've got 2 large batteries, one underneath each seat, so that's dual leisure batteries in addition to the starter battery for the engine. And she's also powered off the C-Tech smart chargers. So we've got one for the split charge relay from the engine, and another that takes in power output not just from the engine as well, but also from the solar panels on the roof. So you're always charging, whether that's from driving or from the sun. So it's got 220 watts worth of solar power held on the roof. And of course, we've got an inverter, 2000 watts, here in the front of the cab. In the bedroom area, There's a convenient slimline shelf and also 12-volt USB sockets for charging your phones. As well as more USB sockets and 12-volt sockets. And of course a voltmeter and ammeter. One of the keys to Zoe being such a great adventure van and an off-grid van is actually the storage garage at the back. This area is held under the fixed permanent bed, and in this space I've got right now a crash pad, 2 pairs of skis and boots, helmet, bike, rucksacks, my climbing kit, ice axes, extra water storage and other kind of tools in here as well. And it still looks pretty empty, and it is empty. In this space you can fit 2 road bikes without having to dismantle them or modify them in any way. My saddle is at the usual height that I ride it at, and obviously the front wheel is still on. That was designed in this space that you can just wheel your bike in without having to adjust it. Your bike's strapped to these fixed points on the side to keep them secure. Behind this crash pad is also one of the sneaky extra features that Zoe has to offer. If I take the crash pad out, you'll notice that there's an extra long shelf here, and this actually extends under the front seating of the van. This shelf is over 2.70 meters long and it's designed for surfboards. So if you want to check if your surfboard will fit, just let us know and we can measure it up for you to see if you can get it in here. In the back, in case you're accessing this space at night, there is nighttime lighting. Zoe's got loads of storage space. Storage space. And more storage space. More storage space. And yeah, you guessed it, more storage space. Even more storage space. More storage space. And this one is a huge storage space. And under the bed, there are 4 really big storage spaces for all that stuff that you don't need to access just quite so regularly. Of course, when you enter Zoe, there's a conveniently located shoe storage space. Loads of storage for your favourite beverages, and you're not going to run out of space for your literature. So you've got 2 soft close drawers in the kitchen for all of your utensils, as well as, well, all that other crap. And if that's not enough for you, there's even a built-in wardrobe in the bed area with cosy hangers and a hanging rail. Zoe's also got some beautiful handmade leather finishing touches, whether it's a place for your keys that you're after, somewhere to hold all of your spices, or of course your toothbrushes. She's ready to go. And a huge sink with, of course, both hot and cold water. In fact, the pressure's better here than it is at home. And Zoe has a ginormous fridge freezer. This is 106 litres with a freezer compartment that can also be removed if you're not using it to make the fridge space even larger. This Dometic fridge runs on gas, 240 volts electricity, as well as the 12 volt power, which means that you can run this off the solar panels when it's sunny. For long trips away, having not just hobs, but also a grill and oven is a real game changer. And of course, there's an extractor fan for whilst you're cooking. One of Zoe's great features that make her such a fantastic off-grid van is the fact that her gas system is actually LPG. So you can fuel her up at more or less any fuel station wherever you are across Europe. And of course, she comes with European adapters. This is all powered, of course, by the Gasset system, and we've got 2 of the large Gasset bottles refillable underneath an insulated cupboard. Inside the gas cupboard, you'll notice that we've got not just gas level indicators, but also we've got an automatic changeover. Zoe's got a 70-litre fresh water tank, which you can access just from the side of the van here, and usually we'll fill that up using the flexible hose pipe with every kind of mixed adapter that you can need to get access to water and fill the van up. And out on the back of the side of the van, you'll see that we've got an easy access water off and on point for the wastewater. That's grey wastewater, and it's a 60-litre tank. 30-watt heating element for the underslung wastewater storage tank, just in case you're going away in winter. Zoe has both low-level cosy lighting in the kitchen area, as well as high-level main lighting for illuminating the rest of the van. If you like to read in bed, Zoe has a reading light in the bedroom area, and also a reading light over the main seating area. These reading lights are dual function for two-tone colours depending on what you're doing. Just to show that Zoe really is a blackout and stealthy camper outside, it's properly daylight. And because Zoe is designed as a fully off-grid adventure van, that can mean that sometimes you're parking up in interesting places. So we made sure that you can access the cab from the back of the van at any point that you want to. And that also works, of course, if it's raining and you don't want to go outside when you're parked up. Zoe's also got a table for either dining or working on, which we just keep here behind the front seat in the cab. And that fits into a little foothold on the floor in the main space of the van. Inside the cab, we've got two captain's chairs, which make it really comfortable for your entire journey. Steering wheel controls, of course, on all the relay bands, and we've got Pioneer digital Bluetooth, aux cable, whatever you want, radio up in the front. And she starts like a dream. I hope you've enjoyed the tour and you've seen all of the features that Zoe has to offer that make her such an amazing off-grid adventure van. So whether it's your style that you're really drawn to or her pragmatism, hopefully you see why Zoe might be the van for you.
And whoever gets Zoe, we really hope that you enjoy her as much as we did and go on as many adventures as we have. So if you have any questions or you would like any further information, do feel free to get in touch. We're more than happy to help with anything.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.